Hello, hello, party people. How y'all all doing? Good? I'm doing good. Where's that button I'm looking for? Live streamers follow, chat rules, stream chat. That's fine. This works. Boop. Make sure, yep, that works. Cool. Let's do some stuff. What do I gotta do? What do I gotta do today? Use Kanai's Cube up Kanai's Cube. Go use Kanai's Cube for stuff. Reach Greater Rift level 20 solo. So I went into a Greater Rift at level 20. It just says reach it. But I went into it and didn't have any luck. But I didn't have a follower. Didn't have a follower. Let's jump in there. See what we can do today. Been a little while since I've been in this. Been a little while since I played Diablo. Been a little while since I've streamed. Time to do it. Been traveling. There we go. All right, what do we do to get to a legendary item? How do we do this? We open the book. Reforge a legendary. Does that mean no? Upgrade a rare item. Okay, upgrade a rare item. We need all this stuff. What do I need more of? Got Devil's Breath. I've got reusable parts. I've got arcane dust. I've got veiled crystal. Right? Convert gems. Convert dust. Convert veiled crystals. Augment ancient item. So yeah, I've got everything I need for this. I just need to find a level 70 whatever. Reforge. Been long in the Forge 100. What does reforge mean? This is upgrade a rare item. Does that upgrade it to legendary status? Is that what I need to do? Extract a legendary power. I did that. I've got a couple of those. Didn't I find a ring I could do that for that I didn't know I should have done it? Legendary portal device. Ring of Royal Grandeur. Oh! Let's see if I got enough stuff to suck the powers out of that thing. Because that was going to be nifty. Sweet. Okay, I can do that. So let's do it. Right? Transmute. Isn't that what we do? Hold on. I forgot how to work this. All right, fill it. Right? Click here to slot a collection. Oh, wait. Okay. All right. So we want the item plus the thing. All right. Oh, sweet. Okay. Now that's how you do it. Now I can use my Ring of Royal Grandeur. Oh, Season Journey. 3rd power cubed. Sweet. All right. Well, that was good. Let's see. This is rare. Level 70. Let's see if we can do that. And then I think... Oh, boom, boom, boom. Need level 5. And then need to salvage some legendary weapons. Oh, poop. Let's see. Veiled crystal. How do I get some... convert gems. Convert reusable parts to what? Convert arcane dust. Convert veiled crystals. Yeah, Zepho. I survived. It was fun, man. We had a great time. We had a really great time. Met lots of people. Went to some really great panels. I got to talk to some people I've been wanting to talk to for a really long time. And that was great. All in all, it was awesome. Were you there? Did we meet you at Dragon Con? Because I don't think I've ever seen your name in the chat before. So we probably did. Oh, you ran into Dustin Teds. Dude, that was so awesome meeting you guys. We were talking about that even after we parted ways. I was thinking about how awesome it was to hang out with people at Dragon Con, and I talk to people at Dragon Con more than I talk to some coworkers I see every day. I don't know why that is. You tell me. But no, I had a great time. Had a great time. You know what? I think I'm just gonna do some bounties. Let's bring this Templar with me. Let's go do some bounties till Jacob gets here. You guys were awesome, though. Thank you for coming, for saying hi and being cool. That was great. That was great. I love those chance encounters at DragonCon. Oh, dude, wow. You really, really did it. Thank you for listening. That's fantastic. I hope you enjoyed. We've obviously taken a couple week hiatus because we've been super busy. I had to travel for work and stuff, but we're definitely all back on it starting this week. We'll be doing more and more episodes. It's going to be awesome. Pumped about it. I remember how to play this game. The feed ran out of episodes. I need to fix that. I think that's just a setting I can correct without much trouble. I just need to do it. Thank you for reminding me. I need to put that on my list of to-dos. Put more stuff in the feed. Bloop, 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 bloop. Dude, work travel. It can be fun, but it can get old pretty fast. I just got back from San Francisco. That's pretty cool. I enjoyed the trip. I just didn't get to see much because there's a lot of work to be done, which was no fun. And I mean, it was actually really fun. I had a great time. I like my job. I don't know why I said it was no fun, but I could have been in any city. I was there overnight. It was for a conference. Most of it was in the hotel, and it was such a whirlwind trip. I didn't even have much time to take it in. $90 Hilton nights. Oh my gosh. That's incredible. Hey, but those Hilton Honor points, you ever really want to go somewhere, you're good to go. Like free hotels. Yeah, the breweries, dude. Hitting the breweries. That's what you want to do. That's a fun time. That's what we usually try to do. We went to like a wine store. Spin the heck out of those points. Nephilim Guidestone. I don't know what I just did. Yeah, I usually try to find a few things to do. Like, I've been to longer conferences. This one was just one day. But I've been to longer conferences like in Boston. Had a great time. Like, I've walked all over Boston. You know, seen everything. And it's a city I enjoy going back to. I really wish I'd had that kind of time in San Francisco, but I just didn't. Especially, like, I got home from DragonCon, had a day at the house, and then I was on a plane. Early in the morning. And then I had a 6 a.m. flight out of San Francisco. So it just really, for me, there wasn't a whole lot of time to do much. Especially since I was working and needed to get to sleep. Oh, that's cool. Fly in and drive outside of it. Make an afternoon. Yeah. I love Boston. It's like a more fun version of New York. I've done New York before. It was like a red-eye bus trip. That was fine. That was fine, but New York just didn't do it for me. Boston, however, that was legit. Boston was great. You got any favorite sights to see when you hit that city? I know everybody's got the thing they like to do when they go there repeatedly. Oh, crap. Bloop, bloop, bloop. I always get a Mike's pastry. Because I'm a glutton. Mike's pastries are legit. Whoop. Gotta go find me some more bad guys to kill. Don't want to die. I need some help. The Oyster Bar? Yeah. Is that place near Harpoon Brewery? Is that the one? The really tiny place? I know I went somewhere. It was a seafood joint. It was really, really, really small. And it was next to Harpoon Brewery. It was like one of those, you gotta do this if you go to Boston and you have time. Eat here. I had fish and chips or something. It's awesome. Tasted so good. I went to Harpoon Brewery like 3 times. Like, it was a pretzel and a beer. I drank so much beer during that trip in Boston. Never like to the point of sickness, because I don't do that. Oh, okay, maybe this was the one you went to is a different one than the one I went to. I wish I could remember the name. I can't think of it and kill monsters at the same time. I'm not that great of a multitasker. But yeah, I go to Mike's Pastries, try to wander around. Regina Pizza, done that. The original one, like downtown, that one was fun. Union Oyster House. Okay, heard of it, did not go there, but I have heard of it. I'll have to put that on the list for next time. My company usually has a big conference there every 2 years. We alternate between San Francisco and Boston. I don't know why, other than the excuse to go to 2 cool cities. So I'll have to remember Union Oyster House and go there. Not a big oyster fan, but I'm sure they've got seafood and stuff. We went to some places like Test Kitchen or something. They had oysters. That place was awesome too. Everybody just drank beer everywhere. We do a lot of open bars. It's a giant conference. There's all these customers there, and everybody's taking people out drinking. Jacob says his computer restarted. He'll be on soon. Park at the bar and shoot the breeze with the oyster shuckers. That sounds like a good time. I can shoot the breeze with anybody, as we learned from hanging outside at Ted's. I'm glad you popped in, because you also reminded me to swing by your Twitch channel and give it a follow. Because I intended to do that, and I have it written down in my notebook of to-dos. I just hadn't done that yet. So I owe you 1 follow. I need to kill 5 more things. Like, where is everybody? There we go. You're a thing. And 2 more things. Oh gosh. So Jacob's gonna be a minute. His computer decided it wanted to update. You gotta turn that crap off, Jacob. Dude, writers, I know, right? Thinking about Smash. Do you? Oh, so Zafo, you're a writer too, right? Like you and I'm assuming that was your wife. I'm having trouble remembering relationships. You're both writers, right? Exploding. Okay, you're an IT. Okay, you're an IT nerd. So you're like me, IT nerd. Got it. Wife is the writer. I was gonna ask if you or her both participate in National Novel Writing Month. Oh, nice. You've probably been to. So, full disclosure, I work for Red Hat. So, if you've ever been to Summit, we might have been there at the same time. It's a good gig. I like being an IT nerd. It's a fun thing to do. Right now I'm a developer, because that's how my life works. Switch to different stuff all the time. Where do I go next? Let's go here. Dude, back in the day, yeah, Linux wasn't that prevalent. I was a Windows guy for a long time, with a huge interest in Linux. All right, complete the Black King's legacy. I guess we gotta inspect this curse. Yeah, the Microsoft guy, he definitely had more work. Now it's pretty valuable to be a Linux dude now. It's working out. On a zillion floppies. I think my first was Red Hat 4. Oh crap. Bad timing, Jacob. Hold on. I'm by myself so I can pause it. Where the crap? Where are you, Hangouts? There we go. There we go. And there he is.
What up, homie?
And there he is.
What are you up to, man?
I'm sitting here talking to our buddy Zafo.
What up, Zafo?
And I'm talking to you.
Nice.
I'm talking to you.
All right.
Trying to make sure you fit in my square here.
So let me tell you about Flash. He's a whiny little bitch.
Yeah, they can do that. The Flash can be there. Oh, you just reminded me.
Whiny.
Oh, you mean Flash is in the Flash, not Flash the software. I thought you'd gone from computer updates. You like my shirt? This is
Hold on 1 second. Let me mute this.
You have to
Okay.
see it. I'm not allowed to wear it except at home and at work, according to Stephanie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for reasons. It's the coolest.
For reasons.
It's the coolest conference shirt I've ever got.
Well, I'll be able to see the stream in just a second when this ad kicks off.
I'm glad you're jumping in because I'm gonna die.
Why are you going to die?
Because reasons.
What? I mean, every day, there is going to be a day in which all of us do die.
No,
I promise that.
no. We're all gonna get raptured.
Did Doc join the stream?
So yeah, you'll see it.
Oh, here it is. Bad A.
Yep.
Beyond application.
Beyond application delivery as a service.
I like it.
I have no freaking idea what this
Badass.
company does, but I got the shirt. No clue.
That's awesome.
I am
That
not
is
going to pass this challenge.
Well,
Not,
hold on, wait. I can just quick join you.
Yeah, just
Joining
do
this
it.
party will cancel any outstanding.
No one cares. Get in here.
I know, for real, right?
Teleport to me like as fast as you can.
Ooh, hold on, wait. This game is like really loud.
DevOps dev as a service. Is it from me or from you?
That's from me.
Okay. Because I got mine pretty chill.
Yeah. I think I had just played.
You took my
I don't
Templar.
remember. Whoa, hi guys.
Yay, hey, you're here. Good. Start killing things.
Okay.
Good deal. How many Paragon levels are you now?
Same as I was.
Oh, good. Good. Now I can open this chest. And
Hi.
we're done.
I got chesties.
Chesty besties. So I'm trying to get a Herodric cache so I can get I can upgrade a weapon.
Well, let's do the thing.
That's
Map.
what I'm doing. Yep. I'm going over to West March Heights. I hate doing Act 5 because it's tough.
Yeah, and it takes a little bit longer too.
Yeah. So man, I haven't talked to you in like a million years or something. How you doing?
I'm doing okay, I guess. I'm tired. The house is about to wear my ass completely out.
In a scale of 1 to I have no butt anymore, where you at? Or I guess butt no more to I have lots of butt.
My shoulders are sore all the time.
Oh no.
Swinging hammers from just doing all the things.
Yeah.
So I'm just tired. I
Yeah.
think that's where I'm at.
That's where you're at, just worn out.
Yeah, just worn slap out.
I hear you.
And I got a lot to do still, and not a whole lot of time to do it in.
What you looking like now? What's your deadline?
Well, I'm supposed to have all the sheetrock done by tomorrow.
Okay.
That ain't gonna happen.
Ain't happening. Ah. I'm sorry.
So, I gotta pray that the countertop guys are willing to move the installation of the counters, and they can. I think that's the biggest problem. Whenever I booked this, I booked it out about a month and a half ago.
Oh yeah, so
Because-
you're hoping they can get in here and put the countertops in like a week or so.
Yeah, the problem is that they were booked out by about a month and a half last time I was there.
Right. Shoot.
So it might be in a little bit of an issue.
Tell them to set the countertop on the floor and we'll get to it.
Yeah, that's right. You remember what happened last time whenever we did that? The countertop broke in like 42 different spots.
That's why you need some countertop glue.
Yeah, countertop glue. I
That'll
like
be
it.
fine. Countertop glue, it's a thing. You can get it at your local food mart.
Or your local hardware store, which I've spent more of my fair share of time in over the last couple of weeks.
Yes. I'm gonna raise the torment level, I think, because you're
Okay.
mowing these people down. Well, let's go in this. We gotta go down here into this hole.
Yeah.
Ah, dagnabbit, you and your
All
loot.
stories could start with. All good stories start with. We got to go down in the hole.
Down in the hole, down in the hole. So I was chatting with Zafo. We met him in real life person at
Nice.
Ted's while we were at DragonCon.
Oh, sweet deal.
Yeah.
Speaking of DragonCon, you and I really haven't had a chance to talk too much about DragonCon.
Haven't even talked about it.
No, have you talked about it on H&H yet?
No, we haven't even gone back and you want to touch?
What?
No, we haven't had a horseshoes and hand grenades, and since because so here's the thing, I had to go to what you call it there, San Francisco.
Whatchamagidgets.
Yeah. So I didn't get a chance to do a horseshoes and hand grenades. We anchored about it a little bit while we were standing in front of Ted's.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but haven't had
I'm following you, by the way.
Oh, well, then follow me. But we haven't had a proper episode. One thing I can tell you about DragonCon, let me, if
wait.
yeah.
So, real quickly before you get started.
Yeah.
Anchor.
Oh, right on.
I'm loving Anchor.
Do you really like it?
It is perfect for short 30-second, minute-long clips.
It's great. Like 2 minutes.
Outside of that, it gets a little bit like a 5-minute Anchor is like, oh, come on, guys. We can do better than this. Not
Yeah.
you, but just in general.
It can be. It depends on the content you're listening to. I pretty
I haven't
much
found the right content then.
maybe not, because I limit it to about 10 minutes, and that's probably good because it's a commute for me.
Right.
So I listen to it on my commute. I get the news. It usually ends up being, depending on the show, like 8 to 10 minutes of good stuff that I'm enjoying.
Okay.
It depends on what you're listening to, and when you're listening to it. Like, if I'm sitting there like feeling like I have to listen to it,
Right.
it feels long. Like if I'm just riding in the car, it's like a podcast.
Now that's true.
So it's just an interesting way to podcast without podcasting, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
I guess I've looked at it a little bit differently. I've looked at it more as a short snippet because that's what podcasts are for. Why wreck a good thing? Because podcasts are equally as valuable.
Right. Yeah. No, so I've been using Anchor and been an active listener for probably a month or two now. And so I listen to a show called Newest Latest Best, which is video game news.
Right.
And that's usually about 10 minutes. It's a little bit of here's the latest releases, here's my opinion about things I've played, and then like that's one of the ones I called in and asked about elderly gamers.
Oh, that's right. I remember that.
Yeah, so I called in to ask Jeff Kanata, the host, like what he thought of the idea of gamers getting older and what that means for retirement homes and how they look and all that stuff. And he had a really long, well thought out response.
Right.
And that added to the conversation, and that's where I think Anchor's strong point is. It's in giving you a two-way street. Somebody can call in and say what they want to say or ask the question they want to ask, and you can respond to it, and they can call in again or whatever.
Well, that's assuming that, but a lot of those calls are voice calls, so you have to leave a voice message.
Yeah.
And they have to respond to said voice message. It's not a live.
No.
feedback
It's a
type of
call
message.
in like I'm gonna leave you a voicemail kind of.
Right.
We're good. Bounty complete.
Nice.
Moving on.
Where are we headed
We
next?
gotta kill Adria. Does that sound okay?
Let's go to the great weapon first.
Oh, yep. Okay, great weapon.
Adria, I was like saving the boss for the ends. Oh, your commutes are much shorter than that? How long are your commutes, by the way?
He's a work traveler.
Oh.
He's on the road a lot, or in the air, I guess, as it were.
Gotcha.
As it were.
Anyway, all
yeah.
right, Dragon Con. We're back to Dragon Con.
Okay. All right. Well, so Anchor, let me just throw this out there since Zafo's listening. Anchor is a fantastic app for Android and iOS in order to consume audio content and also participate in said audio content with call-ins done directly from the app to people you want to talk to out in the podcast world. So we're on
Just
there.
read that off of Anchor's website, by the way.
I really didn't. I've been listening to it for so long. Anchor.fm/2dorks or Anchor.fm/2dorks is where you will find our content. If you want to join in, I just did an Anchor session this afternoon for Apple News and Star Wars.
Oh yes, the Apple iPhone 10.
Yeah, Put that on the table, and we'll talk about Dragon Con for a second.
All right.
You ask me what you want to know about my Dragon Con. Do you have any specifics, or do you want me to just ramble on about how incredible it is to be with a bunch of people that get your jokes for 3 days?
Okay, so let's take a little more. How about if I ask a few questions?
You ask questions. And
Who's
I'll
your
answer.
favorite
Who is my
celebrity
favorite?
that
Ooh.
you got to actually see and/or talk to?
Oh, that's a toss-up. Okay, celebrity. Do we mean anyone with
Who
a?
you consider a celebrity? It doesn't matter
Gosh.
if nobody else would. It's who you would.
Right.
Who's your celebrity?
So as far as meeting someone that I've met before, George Lowe will always be tops for me. Zafo loved Jewel State, which is awesome because she was great in Firefly. But for me, it's George Lowe all day, all the time, because I was the biggest Space Ghost Coast to Coast fan when I was younger. And his voice is forever in my head. Anytime I think about weird monologues, it's usually George Lowe.
Right.
And it's the time he spends with everybody that comes to talk to him that makes it worth visiting.
So give me a little bit more. What do you mean by that?
So a lot of celebrities, you go and they're like, "Hey, I want your autograph," and they're like, "Okay," and they sign the autograph. You pay them $40 or whatever, and they say, "Hey, I hope you're having a great time," or whatever. And they move on. George Lowe will sit and tell you stories. He'll answer your questions. He'll interact with you. He got up, shook our hands, took a picture, whatever. Like, he doesn't care. He's just there to have fun and talk to his buddies. And we're all his buddies. He even refers to himself as Uncle George, just because I don't know how to do what we're doing.
His buddy.
Yeah, everybody's his buddy. So there's a lot of value there. Not to mention, he did a super secret special thing for us at our request and with a handful of dollars. And I'm really excited to reveal that in the near future.
A handful of dollars. Here, I've got a handful of dollars. Do something for me.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we just have to defend the angels? Is that all we're doing? I guess I'm confused.
Yeah, we just have to kill some things.
Oh, we kill the things that pop out. Okay. So,
Yep.
So Zafo says Jewel was like that. They chatted about her baby boy and parenthood. That's cool.
Oh, nice.
See, that's an experience. That's a celebrity that doesn't just give you a piece of paper with their name on it. They give you something to take home in the form of, hey, I got to know you in a sense.
My best bro, George.
Yeah, so my bro, George Lowe, got to talk to us, and, it was fun because we were able to tell him, hey, we heard about Jeff and his arms and everything, and he was like, oh, yeah, man, I met him in Valdosta and had dinner with him, and so we kind of had a connection. That was cool.
Right. Well, and plus, you've been hanging out in that community enough where I think you know some of the same people. So.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So that was cool. Outside of like that level of fame, meeting Brian Dunaway from the Frog Pants Network, Film Sack being probably one of the key podcasts that he's a part of that I listen to, was awesome. Because for one thing, he's the director of the podcasting track, which was super cool to me. And I sat and talked.
You got to go wink, wink, nudge, nudge
Right.
next year.
Yeah, hey, next year. No, so I sat with him for like 20 minutes. We talked about everything. We talked about how you managed to buy an NES Classic when no one else can get them, because he did. We talked about Comics Coast to Coast, this podcast where he interviews artists. We talked about all kinds of stuff. It was just, it was a really good time. It felt like it's like, I finally met somebody, because I've talked to him in the chat room for Frog Pants before, and we've just, talked about command line tools we like to use.
Right.
Like, that's cool.
Have you ever thought about going to Nerdtacular?
I have. They're not doing any more Nerdtaculars.
Didn't they do one this year?
They did. That was the last one. Nerdtacular 10 was the last Nerdtacular they're going to do. Mainly because it's too much for Scott. So Scott Johnson does that whole deal, and it just gets to be a bear, because he's talking about wrangling up all these people and having it at this big resort, and it just gets to be too much for him on top of all his other duties. So he was opting to instead go to where we are. So instead of having every Frog Pantser in the world come to Utah, he's just going to start going to more conferences like we go to and be there, so we can meet him. So he can meet us on our turf instead of dragging us all there and having some big hoopla.
That's kind of fun. But
yeah.
I don't know. It's
know.
kind of fun whenever he creates something that's a little bit more specific and a little bit more about that network.
Right. I agree. I feel like there's a little bit of loss because everybody knows to go to Nerdtacular, and you
Right.
all know that you're all Frog Pants people, and therefore you're all somehow decent human beings. And I don't know how Frog Pants attracts the people they attract, but we're all pretty much cool folks, you know. And that's a rarity. So it's kind of sad to think, oh, there's no longer a gathering of these levels
Of really
of nerds.
cool, fun people. Yeah.
Yeah. You've just got to go because Dragon Con's one of those places like everybody's a nerd, but not everybody's nice.
I guess I could see that.
And it's fine, you know. Everybody's doing their thing. But there's a huge amount of alcohol at Dragon Con, which leads for.
So that's what you were saying before, was that it's really hookup con, right?
That apparently I didn't know this until a week before I was going. I've been 3 times. I just didn't know there was some hookup deal going on. Because
a lot of the hookups going on.
There's some hooking up going on. Apparently, I don't know. I've never been witness to anybody being picked up by anybody else. But yeah, Zapho's right. Dragon Con's too big for everyone to be chill.
Right.
We ready to do this?
Let's do it. Why not?
Like 1 a.m. Marriott.
Mm-hmm.
People start throwing chairs off the 10th floor balcony. Like, that's bad. There's nothing cool about that at all.
And that's a pain in the rear too. I mean,
oh yeah, that's what gets cons canceled, man. Like, that's bad news.
Damn.
Yeah, and Zapho's right. The Marriott was awful this year. I don't think I've ever seen it that packed and that insane.
Really?
Never.
Huh.
Never.
So, next question.
Okay, yeah. I've been
Your
rambling.
favorite naked woman costume? I know you have. I know you saw them.
Oh gosh. The only one that stands out in my mind is like the day one we got there, it was Cammy from Street Fighter, because it was a girl with basically just a thong and her butt hanging out. If you want to if you want to really know, you should probably ask Dressed when he comes on, because he'll tell you.
Oh yeah, and he knows. I mean, he spent probably half of his time looking.
Oh yeah, so we heard tale of a Daenerys Targaryen. That was basically Daenerys Targaryen after the fire when it burns all her clothes off. So she was wearing nothing but nipple tassels and had a dragon on her shoulder. I did not see this. I'm actually kind of glad. But yeah, that was a thing, apparently, according to reports.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I'm just like, this is a little much. Okay.
I just got the bounty.
Okay, cool.
Collected the bounty.
I'm seeing if I got any gear worth putting on. Usually that I don't. And then we'll dial up the difficulty, because you were mowing those things down.
Well, we're on Torment level 2, right?
Yeah, we're on 2. We could probably dial it to 3 or 4, right?
Last time we got it to 4. Or no, last time we were at 5, and I think that was just one step above where you needed.
That was too much, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
So this time we can go to 4.
Let me put some of this crap in my bag here.
Now hold on. With 2, right where we were at, did you have problems?
Solo, I don't have problems.
Okay.
But I think we can dial it up. I haven't died at all. Right,
well, then that's good.
Let me get rid of this stuff. Let me salvage. Okay, salvage. Okay, and go get my cash. Oh wait, you already got the cash.
Yeah, I did. It should be in your thing.
Uh-oh. It's
Check in your
not.
inventory.
Did I just destroy it? Oh,
Don't
I didn't.
tell me.
No, I didn't have any room in my inventory. Oh, it's on the ground.
Oh, okay, good.
She scared me to death. I was like, wait a minute.
Did we just do all of that for no cash?
No, I got all the green. Hey, purples. Blood shards. Nice. All right, so now I want to see if I've got enough of the thingies for the Heraldric Cube, because I've got to upgrade a legendary item as part of a reforge. Upgrade rare item, I think, is what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, so leave that belt or those pants, one or the other.
Yeah. Oh, this belt? Well, how about I just upgrade something I'm wearing?
Or something that you're wearing. Yes,
Isn't
that
that
might
better?
even be better. Yeah.
Can I upgrade something with gems and they stay? That's level 61. I need to do an actual level 70 item.
Yeah, I would do a max level item.
Boom. Got it.
All right, so next question.
Yo.
What was your favorite time that you had specifically with Smash?
Oh, my favorite time with Smash? Probably the first night we were there when we went to the 8-bit party and we bounced. That was the best time. That was
the
the
bounce.
Yeah, that was the coolest time ever. That was awesome. We went in there and danced and bounced, and we laughed so hard at this drunk dude. I know we're gonna tell these stories on horseshoes and hand grenades again, but there was a dude. He wasn't drunk yet, but he was like slick, like the hair that stuck up in the front, like frat boy looking, like very muscular, very tight shirt, jeans, not in a costume. Didn't even really look like he belonged at Dragon Con. He's standing there quietly just sipping his beer, you know, doing this with his lip poked out just a little bit, you know, bobbing his head.
I'll see it in about 45 seconds.
Yeah, and he's sipping his beer. And Ashley gets to load up. She's like, look at this guy over here just in the middle of the crowd of people, just standing by himself, not moving, just sipping his beer. I'm like, that's weird. And he starts just, we're mystified by him. So we're standing on the sidelines just like, oh my gosh, that guy's not even dancing. He's just there. What's going on? He wanders off, still kind of bobbing his head a little bit. And then later on, the dude starts playing New Kids on the Block. Like, the Right Stuff or whatever, or Hang Tough. I can't remember.
Right Stuff.
Yeah. Playing that on the as over the loudspeakers, dude breaks it down. Like he start doing these moves. He's got his beer in his hand, but he is getting down. I was like, Ashley, he's not a weirdo. He just needed to find his jam. And now he's got it. And like every old school, like early 90s song they played, this dude's like getting into it. Yeah, it was amazing. And we were in stitches watching this dude.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, no, wait, Steven, I've got something that's tradable.
Oh,
that
good.
I'm not wearing.
Cool.
And it will absolutely crush what you got.
Oh, I'm sure. Oh, my gosh.
What
yes,
got.
Yes, it does indeed do that. It does indeed do what you say. That's awesome.
Oh, yes.
What should I slot in my helm, by the way?
Oh, definitely a diamond.
Diamonds.
As max
diamonds,
level diamond.
Diamonds are forever.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do that. Let's do some Imperial diamonds.
Yeah, ma'am. Okay, so
I don't think he
next
spilled
question.
the beer. He had a good handle on that beer.
Ah, nice. Did you get a beer spilled on you at all?
No spilled beer on me.
All right, that's good. What was your favorite moment with Dressed?
My favorite, the sex wizard.
The wizard.
The sex wizard. I laughed until I died. So Zafo, you. So Zafo will get it. There's people with wizard hats. There's all kinds of weird stuff. So our buddy Dressed, who is with us, or Brad, whatever you want to call him, we call him Dressed. He's got on this leather wizard hat. You saw it when we were hanging outside of Ted's. We have this conversation while we're eating our hamburgers in Ted's. And, we decided, like, if we were to do our podcast live at Dragon Con, we should just have him sitting on the edge of the table so that anytime somebody or a story mentions some weird sexual thing we're not familiar with, we can ask him, because he seems to have this encyclopedic knowledge of strange sex acts. So I was like, you'd be like our sex wizard. And we laughed about that for a while. We thought that was pretty funny. That's not the end of the story. We go back to the hotel, and me and Ash are just chilling in the hotel room, and Dress goes out with his wizard hat on to go get a drink, or go get some ice for his ice bucket. He comes wandering back, and the door's kind of hanging open, and we hear this voice from out in the hallway kind of smugly saying, oh, dude, that looks like a sorting hat. You know, like, Dragon Con, I play football. Or whatever. So Dress is.
Hold on, wait. Backstory, real quick. There was the Chick-fil-A Bowl or whatever. Opening weekend of football was happening right next door.
Yes.
At the stadium in Atlanta, the brand new Georgia Stadium in Atlanta.
Yeah, the big Mercedes Stadium.
Yeah, Mercedes. That's what it is. It's not the Georgia Dome anymore. It's
right.
Mercedes. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a bunch of football people there. So we're not that surprised, but we're just like, that's kind of condescending. Homie. So Ashley yells out the door, he's a sex wizard. And they hear the dude change his tone completely and just go like, F yeah, dude. Like just loses. We lost it. We fell on the floor. We were just crying. I literally rolled on the floor laughing. And Brad said he'd never seen anyone do that before. He saw it that night because it was amazing.
That's beautiful.
So freaking funny. Still's funny to me. So that was probably my biggest highlight related to Dressed is the sex wizard joke.
This wizard.
Because it was amazing. It was everything I could have ever dreamed of.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was a great time. Overall, a fantastic trip. I got to meet people I really wanted to meet. I got Justin Robert Young to sign the Contender for me.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I've got his signature on the Contender box, which is really exciting. Got to fist bump him on the way out.
Sweet.
I'm like, dang, got to fist bump Jury. We should have him on the show. He'd probably come on. He'd be cool.
Nice.
I like him a lot.
All right.
So yeah, everything was good.
Another question for you.
Yep.
Low point. What was the low point? Was it
Saturday?
Okay. What happened?
Saturday afternoon. Just the Dragon Con shuffle. The Dragon Con shuffle of trying to get from point A to point B in a sea of people. I've never been around that many people. Like, we've been there 3 different times. I've never in my life seen it like this. And I asked Brian Dunaway the same thing. I was like, Brian, you're here every year. Is this year packed more than normal? He was like, whoa, jeez. Like, he knew too. There was people sitting outside of Justin Robert Young's solo podcast we were going to go in and watch, which is where I met Brian Dunaway. There were people sitting there that were like, I might not come back next year. This is
just
insane.
Because there's so many people.
Yeah, it almost became, there's a cap. There's a cap of comfort. Like, when we had 75,000 people, it was crowded, but, like, not terrible. Like, you could move. Sky bridges are always packed, but this time, like, if there had been an emergency, we would have all died. Like, just bottom line.
That's crazy. Do you think they're going to have to move locations and venues?
I don't think so. I think, like Zafo's saying, I think they're gonna have an attendance cap.
Do they have an attendance cap at, let's say, Comic-Con or any of the big ones?
I don't know if Comic-Con has an attendance cap.
I didn't think they did, but
Comic-Con will let you line up for something days in advance. Dragon Con doesn't do that. Dragon Con, you can only line up an hour in advance.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Zafo says they're building more hotels for Super Bowl, so they might be able to spread out. That would probably be good, but I think everyone's gonna.
But are they in that same 4-block area?
I don't know. I didn't see any cranes right there. They would have to be within those few blocks.
Yeah, you can't get much past that, or else.
I'm gonna bounce out of the game and raise the difficulty real quick.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just kind of chilling, waiting on you.
No, I'm talking. I can't do 2 things at once, so that's totally fine. How do we do this? Game settings not available while party is in game. So you got to drop out too.
I left game.
Comic-Con has 150K cap.
Oh.
Let's go to 4.
So one of Balrob's friends that we met several weeks ago, he's an artist that works with him on some of the work that he's doing. He was telling me about he signed up. He wanted to it was either showcase some of his art or release the game that he was working on at Comic-Con. So he calls up the folks from Comic-Con and says, what can I do to get a booth? And they just laughed.
Really?
They laughed at him and said, look, dude, there's pretty much a lifetime waiting list, because when people get a booth, they never let it go.
Yeah.
And they cap the number of booths that they have. And so when one does drop, there's apparently this waiting list, and it's like a lifetime waiting list. But the guy said, it might take 10, it might take 20 years. I don't know, but it's going to take you a while to get a booth.
So
he said, but he said, sure, I'll put you on the list.
Nice.
Just laughed at him and said, no, you'll probably never make it.
Oh, that's amazing. See, that's what I like about Dragon Con. It's smaller, it's growing, but Comic-Con's just insane. Like,
yeah, but so what Comic-Con doesn't have going for it is, I think, little smaller ones like Dragon Con don't become stale because you won't see the same shit every single year. It's well, this guy's going to be here and this guy's going to be here and this guy's going to be here. Well, why? Because they were here last year, and the year before, and the year before. So I feel like that might affect things a little bit, but I don't know. You're talking to a complete noob when it comes to those kind of conventions.
So the movie
I go to work
studios,
conventions.
Yeah, right. I just got back from Ansible Fest, San Francisco. Yay!
Yay!
Where I got this shirt,
fun, by the way.
Where I got this shirt. Yeah, it would be fun if I hadn't like flown in at noon, needed a nap desperately, and then stayed in the hotel all the next day.
Ooh!
I didn't see a darn thing.
I could have even go out to Fisherman's Wharf.
No, I didn't have time. I honest to goodness didn't have time. Like between the work stuff I had to do and actually needing to sleep because I just got back from Dragon Con also, like I didn't see anything. It could have been in any city in the world as far as I'm concerned. It wouldn't have
mattered at that point.
No, I was like our conference went from like first thing in the morning at 7 to the evening, and I'm manning the booth and doing different stuff. And
what do you want to do here, by the way? Do you want to
just go do a bounty?
Run a rift?
Yeah, well, we can run a rift. Do you want to run a rift?
Sure. Do you want to run a regular a regular rift or a greater rift?
Oh, I don't care.
You have any keystones?
Yeah, I think I've got keystones somewhere. Oh, I need a keystone. I don't have a keystone. Want to run a Nephilim rift then?
Yeah, let's run a Nephilim rift.
Doop doop doop. Yeah, Dragon Con hangover is real. You don't think it's going to be a big deal, but I did manage to avoid the con crud, so it's a huge positive for me.
The con crud, as far as you get home and you're like,
oh, flu-like symptoms.
I wish I was there.
No, flu-like symptoms, like sick.
Okay.
Con crud meaning you get the funk on you and you can't get it off. Get sick. That's a legit problem.
Was there anyone that you were around that you said, man, just get me away from this person?
This year, no. Luckily, everybody we met was cool enough. Like, there's always those people you meet that you're like, I don't know if I really want to be in this conversation anymore. But everyone this time was awesome. Like, I don't think we met anybody that we didn't like. Some jackasses he met at TED's. No, you guys were great. I thought you were awesome. But I mean, Zafo can probably say the same thing. Like, you meet people that are really, like, extroverted and super excited to talk to you, and you get to a point where you're like, I don't think we're on the same wavelength. Not that you're wrong or bad or anything like that. It's just we're not meshing. And I'm picking up on it, but you're not. I think that happens. That happens in normal life. Of course it's going to happen at a con full of awkward nerds. But I had all really good conversations and stuff. And I think one of the most surprising thing is, like, you're talking to people, and we did like passively mention the podcast, not in like a marketing effort or anything, but just because it came up somehow one roundabout way or another. And there were several people that just automatically said, "Oh, what is it? I'll put it in my phone real quick." Like,
nice.
What? So that was a whole different experience from the last times we've been at Dragon Con. And interactions with big people, because like podcasting used to be kind of tiny. Like, it wasn't a thing that people just could pull out their phones and do real quick, or even understood. Right. They would just be like, "Oh, interesting podcasts. I've heard of those." You know?
Those are on the Apple iTunes Store, right?
Yeah, I've seen those on the Apple Store, but now everybody's got their own app they like to use. It's not just Apple stuff. Everybody gets it. That's awesome.
Although I'm still an Apple guy. I don't know why.
Yeah, we gotta talk about that too.
Yeah, we will. We'll get to that.
Yeah. Oh, Zafo's wife sold her first book to another author that saw it sitting on the table at the writers' meet and greet.
Oh, so, that's fantastic.
How cool is that? Like, you're just hanging out. That's why, like, it's exciting. I think about Ashley and her aspiring writerness and having stuff, mostly completed. Like, Dragon Con is spot on the place to be for her.
Right.
If she can find the right people to talk to. And sometimes it happens by chance. Sometimes you got to go get it.
Right.
But like I go there. A lot of the reason I go there is because of the podcasting track. because there's people that know podcasts that are there to see podcasts, and I'm like,
Right.
maybe I'll get a chance to talk to Brian Dunaway, and
And sure enough,
he'll be like, hey, you guys are pretty cool. Why don't you come on the thing? She's got a few books in the works that she's been working on.
Oh yes.
She's kind of focused on one of them right now. I think when she's ready to show it to the world, she might be like, "Hey, Zafo, got a question." I do a NaNoWriMo every year. It's a big ball of crap, but it's a story.
And then you had the idea for September, but September has just turned into just a.
Oh, it's a total crapshoot. I'm gonna have to pick another month with 30 days in it. So
30 days has September, April, June, and November.
Yeah, we'll have to do maybe April.
Actually, April would be a fun time because you're just, getting off the winter months and you're kind of looking forward to the spring-like wonderfulness, and it's going to be rainy and it's going to be, good weather. You can play golf. You can do lots of good fun things.
Yeah, so why not just cramp up in the house and write a story every day?
No, I think with that, you've got days where you're not talking about big stories. You're talking about small
short
stories.
Yeah,
So
short stories.
it would be kind of fun to, have all these different moods that hit you all at once, especially, because of the weather and because of the change in seasons and because of, you're just coming off of winter.
Yeah. Zafo, you should ask Kelly if she'd be interested in a 30 days challenge. Well, the deal is we're gonna do write 30 stories in 30 days. So a short story fueled by a topic that's been crowdsourced. So a word prompt or a writing prompt from the masses.
Right.
Is chosen each day at random, and you have to write a story that fits that writing prompt. And it can be really short, like it could be a few paragraphs. The key is beginning, middle, and end. And you write a single story every day based on that stuff. Yeah, it could be, but for NaNoWriMo, I write 2,000 words a day in order to get it done before Thanksgiving. Done it. It's doable. But coming up with a different weirdo story, and it doesn't have to be real in-depth. Like, in my mind, some of these stories, like from Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, the kids' book, like they're 2 paragraphs long, but they tell a complete thought. Like they tell a complete narrative. Right. But they're really short. So days you're feeling lazy, you do one of those. Days you're feeling really good about writing stuff, you're just like, oh, this writing prompt says that I wake up in the back of a trunk with a screwdriver and a pair of underwear. And then you're just like, okay, let's do this. Let's write it.
Shit, images of The Hangover just popped into my head.
Well, right. So you write a story about a hangover. Someone else writes a story about a murderer. Someone else writes a story about a dimensional portal in the back of a trunk.
Or somebody else writes a story about how they got kidnapped and their organs sold to the black market.
So depending on how creative you are, it either goes dark or it goes light or it becomes a comedy. The reason I thought about doing it was because I was interested in what themes that I focus on all the time. Like if you write 30 stories, you learn a lot about yourself and how you write and what you cling to and the cliches that you find yourself doing. So it could be, I think it could be pretty interesting.
And over. Yeah.
But yeah, September was probably a bad month to figure that out.
Well, especially with Dragon Con there, and especially just after Dragon Con, and we're in the process of moving and getting all that done, and
yeah,
so just a little bit too much.
Let's shoot for April.
I think April sounds like a good month to do it.
Yeah, Zafo, you find your crutches. That's a good way to put it.
Yes.
You're like, I always write about soup. I always put elves in my stories. Why do I do that?
And I use the same analogies over and over and over.
Yeah, that's the stuff I'm talking about. Because I'm like that. You end up... Aaron Sorkin, one of the best screenwriters, out there. There's a whole website and YouTube videos dedicated to Sorkinisms. Because he says the same crap all the time. But he's hugely celebrated. People love his writing because it's smart, it's funny, but he repeats himself a lot. Oh, we done did it.
Has found you.
All right, I got a question for you, Jacob.
Yeah, man.
talk to me about when you're going to put in your purchase for the $999 iPhone 10.
Oh, and that's not even the highest priced one. That's that's the what is it? The 62 gigabit?
Yeah,
64. 64. That's what it is. 64.
Yeah.
It looked pretty cool. You got to admit that. It looked pretty doggone cool.
I will admit it. I mean, I've become a lot less of an Apple zealot than I used to be. They've disappointed me more times than they've impressed me lately. But that's true. That's pretty cool. That was pretty cool.
It looks pretty cool.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
I mean, I love the way they did the glass on both sides. I thought that was kind of fun. I'm not sold yet on getting rid of the home button. I think people have used that home button as a crutch for so long that whenever they get rid of it now, it's going to be a pain in the ass to get used to.
Oh, yeah. I think about all the times my iPhone has failed to respond to the touch controls. Yep. Like when I'm trying to answer a call or trying to pull out my boarding pass while I'm waiting in line to get on the plane. That's been a problem.
Well, so I started thinking about things like, the facial recognition, I think, is really where you're going with that comment. And whether or not it fails or whether it's pretty much foolproof.
Yeah.
And it unlocks your phone each time. I just think about, and they said that, wearing a hat shouldn't make a difference. Growing a beard shouldn't make a difference. Those kinds of things shouldn't make a difference. But I know that the fingerprint scanner on the current phone is not the best, right?
It works for me better than any other phone I've used.
I would agree with that.
I've tested out some Androids and whatnot.
Oh, so speaking of which, Samsung is an evil, evil, awful entity.
Really? Why you say that?
Well, we're in the middle of some testing and some studies that we're doing in different areas in the country, and we're testing some things with some users. And Samsung puts out an operating system update, and it's not an Android update. It's actually a Samsung firmware update, and it completely wrecked every Bluetooth communication feature that there is. You can no longer connect any device via Bluetooth connection to the Samsung devices. The S5 is completely ruined right now. You cannot connect to a Bluetooth device with an S5. An S6, terrible. You got about a 25% shot. An S7, you're pretty much in the clear, I think. And an S8, you might, I think you're okay. And then, of course, the new Note and those kinds of things are okay. But all the older models, they're not even going to worry about fixing the bug, because why would they? I mean, granted, the S5, the Galaxy S5 is probably, from an Android perspective, the most sold phone with an Android system that there is. And so they're just not going to fix the problem. And so they're going to sell more Samsung. So that's exactly where they're going with that.
Oh, that's terrible.
But they're just, it's a known thing. And they came out with it about a month ago, I guess it was.
And they're just like, too bad, so sad?
Yeah, they're just like, oh, yeah, we're working on it. And it's like a month later, we're still working on it.
Oh, that's terrible, man.
So, Bluetooth is important, I guess. It depends on what world you live in, but there are so many connected devices, whether it's a headphone set or whether it's, a fitness activity tracker, or whether it's hearing aids, or whether, there are so many things that are Bluetooth connected nowadays, especially to your phone, your vehicle. I mean, your vehicle. Yeah. That's how most people talk on this phone in a vehicle now, so I think Bluetooth is pretty important to us as a society now.
I don't think it's going anywhere. I think
that might have been sarcasm on your point. I hope it was. But.
The Android deal, like, I've wanted to flip to Android a bunch of times, but there's just something to be said about a mobile platform that has a very small amount of devices attributed to it. Mm-hmm. And the developer support for those small amounts of devices. Like, Android's fragmented to the point where, like, oh, this might work on your S5, this might work on your S7, this might work on your Pixel, this might work. There's just so many companies making Android phones, which part of me goes, that's great because it's open, right? It's open thing. You go in there and as an open source person, I'm like, this is great. But on the other hand, I'm like, I also need the reliability of knowing that everything I download at least to a point, is going to work.
So here's the biggest thing. If you're writing an app for an Android system, it's impossible to go through user testing.
Oh, it's really, really tough. Yeah.
We just went through it not too long ago with the product that we were developing.
How many phones did your dev have on his desk? 50?
Like no. We all had a matter. I think I had probably 8 on my desk, and of course the people that write software can't actually do some of the user testing. It's the reason why they said, Jacob. Hey boss. Hey boss, you get to do the thing, and I'm like, shit.
Let's kill some things while we talk.
Yeah, let's do that. I probably that's how I know so much about all the different phones. I've played around with all of them so much.
Yeah.
I mean, like the Google Pixel, it's actually a fun little phone.
If I was going to get a phone, if I was going to get an Android phone, it would be a Google vanilla phone. It wouldn't be any phone with any features added by any company. It would be straight up Google. Like the OnePlus. Well, OnePlus is using Oxygen OS, which I think is derived from Cyanogen mod. But either way, it's like a pure Android experience. There's not like Verizon Super Verizon app that optimizes all Verizon things.
Right.
That stuff bothers me. It's like bloatware. Ooh, a green thing.
Oh, where?
I got a green thing. I don't know if you got it. I got it.
Oh.
I'm about to identify it. It's a set belt. It could be awesome. It might not be a set that I got anything with. Nope. But
I hope it is.
It's an improvement, but it's Krelm's buff belt. I don't think I have anything else.
It's actually a pretty good belt.
I don't think I got anything else with Krelm.
I think the only other thing he has is bracers.
Okay. I might have his bracers, actually. And I've got what's that thing? The Ring of Royal Grandeur is now activated.
Oh, ROG. The ROG.
Yeah. So we talked about iPhone a little bit. Apple Watch Series 3, okay?
That's going to be fun now because that actually has a cell radio in it.
Yep.
Which allows you not to need your phone around whenever you're going for a run or needing it for anything.
Huge.
If you want to use maps while you're in the middle of a city with it, you don't have to rely on your phone being right next to you.
Oh yeah, it's a huge improvement. It actually is worth the price point with that feature.
I completely agree. And you and I actually talked about it whenever I got this last year, the Series 2. And I said if it had a cell radio or a GPS in it, one of the two, it would be worth it.
Yep.
And they did one of the two, which is good.
Yeah. They've well, this one also has the GPS in it.
Oh, it does.
Yeah, cell and GPS. Yep. So
it's definitely worth it.
Yeah. So I looked at it then. I'm like, $399, fair. That's fair. Considering every other wearable on the market doesn't do that, like, and Apple somehow managed to squeeze 18 hours of battery life out of it, which I don't know. They must have like a car battery in a backpack you're supposed to carry because I don't know how they do that. They're as far as I'm concerned, they're defying all reasonable science.
It does seem a little bit odd. The other thing I did like that Apple was doing was having the battery platform and actually making it a platform.
Oh, the wireless AirPower deal?
Well, it's an AirPower deal, but they're starting to develop incorporate all of those charging mechanisms into all of their different devices.
The best move they made was they're using the Qi standard, which is pretty much the wireless standard. When old Apple may have very well designed their own wireless, and they opted not to do that. So we can be very thankful for that smart move on their part. Because Apple tends to just go, oh, we know that there's this thing, but we can make it better. So this time they were just like, well, there's a wireless standard. Congrats, you can use all your wireless chargers that are with the Qi standard now. But, hey, we are making this device, which is a little bit wider and lets you charge your stuff and let your stuff tell your phone that it's charging because they're all laying there together.
Yeah.
I thought that was super cool. That was neat. So that was smart. So yeah, I'm down with Apple Watch now that I know, it's got the cell phone thing in it.
Well, and you've got the Series 1.
Is this a Series 1 or Series 0?
Good question.
Series 1, so Series 0 is the original, came out on launch day, the first one ever. Series 1 came out with Series 2.
Oh, then it's the original.
Okay, it's the original.
Did Series 1 come out with the series?
Yeah, so they called it Series 2, and then they changed. The Series 1 was a new version of that, all it had was a dual core processor. That was the only improvement. Where's the thing we're supposed to be doing?
Follow me.
Oh, here with this wooden door. Where am I going? Treasure Goblin? Treasure Goblin?
Treasure Goblin.
I'm
Treasure
coming.
Goblin.
I'm coming.
I hear him.
I'm
I hear him.
behind you. Yeah, if Apple would support SD cards, that would be great. Oh, I'm coming. Got him. Haha.
Come back here.
I'm going. We got him. Got him.
There was like 20 corpses following that treasure goblin.
I know. Got it. So, okay, so Apple Watch, we both agree. Excellent steps in the right direction. A++ would buy.
Yeah, the only thing that I was hoping that they would have done was have something a little more pie in the sky future-y that they announced they were working on.
Yeah, they usually don't announce future products, though. That's the thing. They only announce stuff they're going to ship, like today.
I understand that. But it was more of the being Steve Jobs, the theater opening up, and it was the 10th anniversary of the most successful product that Apple has ever launched. I figured there would be a little more flair.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I thought it was a pretty big deal, the removal of the home button, because Steve's whole agenda for years was buttons shouldn't exist.
Right.
So he finally, that wish has come true. There is no more home button, though there are buttons on the side.
Yeah.
But yeah, they could have used it. I think the iPhone 10 is a pretty cool leap. And I don't know if it's like, this is going to define the next 10 years of smartphones. Because, I mean, there's the Galaxy Note is pretty much bezel-less, you know?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's...
They didn't break... Fantastic.
Their facial recognition may have broke new ground in a sense of making facial recognition more reliable and more secure. But we won't really know that until we get to touch it.
Yeah, and I'm interested to see how well it works, especially like on Halloween, whenever you're wearing a costume, right? Or whenever you've painted your face to go do something, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, I think that's where that 3D dot matrix deal comes in.
Yeah, but I'm just not sold on it just yet.
We'll just have to see. I'm hopeful. I tend to be very positive when it comes to Apple's moves, minus the removal of the headphone jack thing, because that still frustrates me to no end.
Well, and the earbuds still kind of bother me a little bit. I'm not a big earbuds fan yet.
I don't think anybody's an earbuds fan. Like, you sit me in front of if you give me a magic genie and he's like, all you could use for the rest of your life will depend on this choice. And I'm like, over-the-ear headphones all day. I don't care if I never see an earbud again. But they are convenient. Ooh, look at all these. Blow them up. But I will say that earbuds are good when you're traveling, because they're easy to throw in a backpack for an airplane.
Well, and so the other thing I've found whenever I travel is Bluetooth headset is the best when traveling.
Yeah. I
love it.
I actually have considered looking into the earpods, because I met a guy who has a set of them, and I've talked to other people who have sets of them. Apparently, they're pretty snazzy. They're crazy expensive, but the whole case and charging mechanism and being able to use one at a time, and both of them have microphones, like, there's something to be said for some of the engineering going on with those things. And they work with any other Bluetooth device. It's not just an Apple thing. You're not locked in. It's pretty cool. But Jacob, the lightning cable headphone thing, that really got me on the airplane. That was the only set I had, and I couldn't plug it into the darn headphone jack to watch movies. I had to get the little $2 stupid crappy billboard headphones or whatever they are. I couldn't hear anything.
Oh, Steven, I'm sorry, man.
I was like, curse you, Apple. I've never had like the backwards problem. Like, I've had headphones I couldn't plug into my iPhone. I've never had headphones I couldn't plug into my everything else.
Well, and the other thing is that's a long flight too.
It was. So I watched a bunch of movies, but I watched it with some pretty crappy sound quality.
Yeah.
But it's okay. I watched Kong Skull Island. Skip it.
Okay.
And I watched Logan again. I like Logan better the second time.
I still haven't seen it.
It was good the second time. I needed to know what I was in for. And then when I knew what I was in for, I could enjoy it better.
Ah, I see what you're saying.
You can't just walk in not be all like, I'm gonna watch an X-Men movie, because that's not what it is. I still have the same complaints that I had before, but I enjoyed the movie more.
It was a little bit better this time because you knew that the complaints existed.
Yeah, so I was able to accept them and move on.
Right. Like, I know that this is going to be one of the biggest problems that I have with this movie. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me just watch it to enjoy it.
Done. Okay. And I stopped looking at them as characters I cherish from other series, and I just said these are the characters they are now. This
Right.
is the world. I think the thing that got me with Logan, not to get off on a tangent, I mean, it's not like we do that all the time.
No.
But,
I mean, we haven't done that at all today.
The thing that got me with Logan was that I didn't realize how post-apocalyptic it was. Like, I didn't know it was going to take place so far in the future and that all mutants had basically been eradicated and Professor X was just a crazy old man at this point who was basically a nuclear weapon without a kill switch.
Right.
Didn't know all that stuff. So knowing that this time, I was able to accept more of those types of situations.
Right.
Like, okay, Professor X is a crazy man because Professor X is locked away and he acts this way because there's a lot more to it. Like, he's got dementia. Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, so there's a lot more to it second time around. And Logan's angry because Logan's life has really sucked. He's lived like 300 years and lost almost everybody he's ever cared about.
And he will always do that because he's Logan.
Yeah, right. And it's just he's never been dealt a good hand. And so I think you get to that point and you're like, okay, this is a tortured soul story. I got you. I'm on board.
Now I need to go enjoy it.
Now I can enjoy it. All right, let's go kill Asmodean.
Is that who we're gonna go kill?
We're gonna go kill him.
Sweet, let's go kill him.
Safo death by fire ant if you have a bad trailer. I agree. Death by fire ant's a pretty hardcore way to go.
Yeah, I don't know. That one's tough. Death by fire ants.
That is not a thing I would wish upon my my worst enemy.
Well, maybe my worst enemy.
I will tell you this, back to the Apple thing, I don't feel compelled to buy anything.
You don't. Not even the 8.
Nope. Not
Really?
even the 8. Don't even feel it. It literally, I do not care. It's not
So here's
often I
what
get to say that, but I this time it's true.
Right. Here's the real question: next year's iPhone, is it going to be the Apple 11 or is it going to be the Apple 9?
You know what? I don't know anymore. It can't be the 9. You can't go from 8 to 9 or 8. You can't go from 8 to 10 back to 9. That's just confusing.
Right.
Like, and they didn't call it the iPhone X. They called it the iPhone 10
That's right.
because it's
And
a
they were very
10-year
adamant
anniversary.
about it too, right?
Yeah, they just pulled a Windows and they skipped over 9 completely.
Yes.
9 must be an unlucky number in software or something. I know why Windows did it.
Why did Windows do it?
So Windows did it just because of lazy coders. Treasure Goblin! Treasure Goblin's right here. Come back.
Oh!
Get that Joker. Oh, and a
There's
Blood
a
Goblin.
whole bunch of them.
Holy crap. We got both. We got all of them. Oh my gosh. What just happened?
What?
Holy.
That was one of the bandit shrines.
I can't even pick anything up.
That was beautiful.
What? What? Okay, I gotta sell. Like, I can't. I gotta go back.
I love it. I love it,
I
Steven.
don't know what just happened. Where is dressed?
Oh, the loots.
All the loots.
All the fat loot.
I think this is gonna help me get one of my chapters too, because there's a bunch of jeweler loots or jeweler deals that fell.
We got a bandit shrine and like 40 treasure goblins popped up and we were able to kill them all.
Oh
It
my
was
gosh,
awesome.
that was the coolest. Is that Smashy? Tell her I said hello.
Steven says hello. That's my nose. Those are
Oh my
eyes.
gosh, that was amazing. Going back and getting the rest of the loot. Brr, brr,
I know.
brr, brr, brr. Tell her Zafo from Ted's says hi.
Zafo from Ted says hi.
Hi.
All right, I'm gonna go back and just turn this stuff in real quick
Oh, take your time.
because I don't think I can use any of it anyway. But I can hopefully teach this jeweler a couple spells. Yeah.
Oh, hey, there's another treasure goblin. Holy crap!
Oh no.
This is awesome.
No. I need to get there where you are.
Just to me.
I'm coming. Holy crap.
All right, let me unleash hell. Yes.
Oh, blood shards. Look at all of them. I can't pick up anymore. I'm maxed out on blood shards.
Nice.
Jacob, we gotta go back to town. This is insane. I'm going back to town. I gotta gamble a little bit. Hold on. Let me make
Okay,
sure
I'll kill this last dude before we get into Asmodean's lair.
Yeah. All right, I've learned more. All right, let me go. Where's Kesha? Kesha!
Catch me outside.
Catch me outside. How about that? How about that? Where's she at anyway? Kesha! She's over here, right? No. She's right. Aha! She's hiding behind the pillar. What do I need? Let's do some gloves. Let's gamble for some gloves. Gloves.
Roll the dice.
Come on now. There. Ooh, got some orange gloves. Booyah. They look cool. All right. I think I got enough. I've spent enough. How many can you hold? 400 at a time? No, I need to spend a lot more. Let's see.
It depends how many greater rifts. I can hold up to 800 right now.
Oh, really?
Every time you run a higher level greater rift, your bag space for blood shards increases.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So I don't even know how many you can get up to, but I think on my main I can hold up to maybe 16 or 1800 blood shards at a time.
Dang, I got a good one. I got a new amulet, too.
Sweet.
We might actually be able to dial up the difficulty soon.
Sweet.
Yeah. I got some good stuff.
Some fat loots.
Got some fat loots. All right, going back in the thing. I'm coming.
No, take your time.
All right, got it. All right, here we go. I'm ready. I got two more. I got 2 oranges, and I got a new amulet.
Nice.
I got some buffs. Buffs.
I bet we can kill him in less than 10 seconds.
You think?
I think so.
That's a pretty big gamble.
Okay, you ready?
I'm ready. Let's try.
1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000, 4 1000.
That's amazing.
Nice.
That didn't take any time at all.
No, it did not.
Let's get the diabolic horde too. I got achievements.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Got achievements all over the place.
Ever.
My word. Now I'll go back to Tyrael and get the cash. Good gracious. Jacob. What did we do?
We did all the fun things ever.
How we doing that? The world is safer. Take this. Okay.
Thank you, Tyrael.
I'm going to wander over where I can dump this crap out.
Oh, I got no more room for blood shards. What do I need?
Just go gamble. Gamble it up.
I'm going to do...
I only have one more thing to do for this season, and I've completed the season.
Nice.
I have to do the Greater Rift thing.
Solo. I bet you could do that now.
You think?
100%.
Well, it's going to have to wait, because I think I'm going to have to call it a night. I know it seems early.
Crown's buff bracers.
Is that the ones you got?
Bracers. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah, those are the ones that give you the pluses.
Yeah.
Because it's just 2 set. 500 vitality. What is this? This is all I have of Rathma's whatevers. So are you still using Rathma's business?
I am.
That's
I've got
that's a good
3
set,
out of
right?
Yeah, I've got 3 out of the 5 sets right now. And Wraithma's is still it for me.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of the point, because isn't that the Necro gear anyway?
I think so.
Yeah.
But I like it. I think it's pretty good.
Well, as soon as I can get dang it, this is not something I want. As soon as I can finish the Greater Rift, I've completed the season. So
Sweet.
here's the thing: it says reach Greater Rift level 20 solo.
Yeah. Just go run it a level 20 solo.
You just run. You have to complete level 20.
Mm-hmm.
That's what reach means.
Yeah.
That sounds stupid. I feel like it should just say complete a level 20 rift.
I think you're right. That does sound kind of dumb, doesn't it?
So if I went to a 19 and then got... So how do Greater Rifts work? If I go in one, I only have so much time before I have to... It closes down. Like, I have to stay ahead of the clock, right?
Right. You have roughly 15 minutes.
Okay. So if I go in one and I defeated a 19, it doesn't automatically throw me to a 20.
No, you actually have to enter a 20.
You have to enter a 20 and defeat it.
Correct.
Okay.
And the keys with Greater Rifts, forget the trash mobs, go straight for the blues and yellows. So go for the elite.
Those are the ones.
They're the ones that generate the purple what are the purple potions or purple... do you know what I'm talking about with that?
Yeah. I
It's
know what
like
you're
the
talking about.
The purple globes, that's what they are. Purple globes.
Yeah.
Killing trash mobs gives you a little bit of completion, but it doesn't give you a whole lot. Go for the big, and a lot of times I just run straight to them and then kill the trash mobs that are around them while I'm killing those.
Okay. All right.
With Wraithmas, by the way, I always use that second skill. What is that? Skeletal Mage.
Right.
And I just always tap the elite with that Skeletal Mage.
Right.
And then focus on the trash mobs with my other...
with the other stuff?
With all my other stuff, like Bone Spikes or whatever you decide to run. That's what I focus on, like all of the trash mobs with. But then every time I hit Skeletal Mage, it's always on an elite. Like Asmodan. The reason why he crumbled so quickly was because I threw the Skeletal Mage on him, right?
Yeah.
And that thing does some major freaking damage.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get a precise understanding because people are arguing over what it means. And I'm trying to figure out, like, because the reach thing is really confusing. So, okay, complete GR20 in the time limit. All right. It's really frustrating the way they worded that, though.
Yeah, it is.
It's just driving me absolutely up the wall. Because I'm like, it doesn't say that. It just says reach it. It just says reach it. It doesn't say complete it.
So reaching it would actually be completing 19, right?
Right. So I guess, if you know, I don't want to complete 19.
But it's not. I don't think it is. I think it's you actually have to finish level 20.
Yeah, and do it by yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll remember that strategy. And last time I went, I didn't take a follower.
Oh, take a follower, dude.
Yeah, I didn't know what I was doing, so I didn't take one.
Oh, and the other thing, your followers, you are equipping your followers with everything you dump, right?
No.
Do that.
Can I go to him now while you're here and do it, or does it yell at me for trying to recruit him?
No, just go straight over there. Whoever, I think it's in the top right-hand corner.
Top right. Where are you, followers?
Back. Other
This
way.
The other way? I didn't see him.
So
Yeah,
go past top where the heart is.
Oh, bottom right. I guess it depends on how you look at it.
Yeah.
Okay, inventory and skills. All right, so this guy, he doesn't have any. Let's see. Let's get you a heal. Intimidate. No, let's do all the healy stuff. Because they don't really do a lot of damage.
No, you want them.
You know, I'm doing like healy stuff.
I mean, a Templar is...
Oh, increases your resource generation. Neat.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, so he's got some good weapons now. I've hooked him up. I guess I can give him this orangey.
Oh, yeah, heck yeah.
Oh, he can only use one-handed stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
150.
Well, he might be able to use that flail you got in the left.
This flail over here?
No, it's a mace. Oh, it's a two-handed mace.
Oh, yeah, it is. It is. Bloody harpoon. So this is 2005. Everything else I've got right now isn't that awesome. I should have saved a shield or something though.
Yeah.
Maybe I have some oranges. Hold on.
The other thing you could do is just go make them something, because you're not going to use any of your low-level mats for
That's
anything
true.
else. You're only going to use high-level mats from now on.
That is true. Oh, I've got a legendary shield. I'm gonna hand him that sucker.
Go for it. You know that you're never going to use it.
Nope.
Oh! Get that diamond out of your weapon, by the way.
Which weapon?
The weapon that you've currently got equipped. You've got a diamond in there?
Oh, yeah. Why do I have that in there?
I have no idea, but throw Dex in there.
Or not Dex, right? Intelligence.
Green. No, throw green in your weapon. It's crit.
Oh, for critical?
Uh-huh.
Ooh, okay. Will do.
Yep. Because anytime, I think it increases your crit by like 120%.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, I'm learning a lot. All right, so let's see. Combine gems. Emerald? Let's create a flawless emerald.
Flawless victory.
Throw that in there. So now crit by 115%.
Sweet.
All right. This tutorial brought to you by...
Where's Dressed when you need him? Dressed would have saw that right away.
How to teach an idiot how to play this game.
Although Dressed wouldn't have said anything, though. Dressed would have just been like, oh, I guess that's how he wants to play.
I got 2 really crappy rings and a really crappy amulet, so I think I'm gonna fix that. And I'm gonna check. I think I stashed a Templar item in here earlier.
All right, so one last Dragon Con question.
All right, hit me.
What was your favorite snack?
Dude, out of all the snacks we took, I love those free. Oh, the Starburst. The Starburst was road food. That wasn't Dragon Con food. Come on now.
It could be anything. I mean, it could be Dragon Con food. It could be road food. It could be whatever you want to make it.
The Starbursts were good. The Starbursts were good. But, okay, so out of the things that I ate that then made me feel good?
No, forget that. Forget that. I'm talking about the best. What you looked at and went, oh, that was just so perfect. That was delicious.
I'm not going to lie. Those freeze-dried apples and blueberries, I could eat those all day.
Really?
Those were amazing. Yeah.
Huh.
Amulet and a
All
ring.
right.
I'm going to go spend some blood shards on an amulet and a ring.
Friends don't let friends spend blood shards on rings or amulets.
Really?
They're 4x the cost.
Well, I know, but I need 2 of them, and I got the points. Don't do it? Don't do it? Okay, I'll go forge 1. Dang it. I hate you. I mean,
Hey,
I
look,
like
man,
you,
I'm trying to save you from yourself, man.
Yeah. Oh, I got to get the
When you
jeweler
get
to do that.
If you're at very end the game and you've got ancient legendary equipment, that like the shoulders that you've got on,
Whatever, man.
then I would say, okay, do your thing.
Gonna make this rings and whatnot. I don't even care what they have on them. I'm just gonna do it. One of them's got a slot. Nice.
Slot.
Oh, Arnie, you're so funny. All right, so Templar, let's put this stuff on you. You didn't have to hang out with me while I did all this stuff, but this is fun.
No. Okay, so the next question: what was your least favorite Dragon Con food?
Oh, least favorite Dragon Con food? The pizza we ate. The Papa John's pizza, because I felt like a disaster after that.
Now, hold on. Did it taste good, and then afterwards you just felt like poop?
No,
or did it
wasn't
taste crappy
so
too?
okay, so keep in mind, this is something to understand about where I've been the past few weeks. It's been in a low cholesterol, healthy eating thing. We've been doing a bunch of really good eating. So then I put this giant ball of pepperoni grease into my mouth. And no, it didn't taste good. I didn't feel good after. I drank Ashley's wheatgrass in order to feel better. That's
you really were hard up for.
Do you want to know something? It cured me instantly.
Oh, Steven.
Instantly. I felt 1,000,000 times better. I'm telling you.
I got this.
Ooh, what is that? What did I just pick up?
And I got this.
Oh. What? Ooh, what that? Oh, this is a good weapon. Think I'll take that. Oh, dag nabbit. Then I'll lose my green that I just put in that other weapon.
No, you're gonna eventually forge.
I'll use it. Yeah, I'll use it.
You'll use that. Very
But
quickly.
this kaleidoscope's got some reduces my toughness and recovery, but does 15.9% more damage. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that'll make you. It'll turn you into a BA.
Yeah, I'm invincible now.
Like your shirt. I'm invincible.
Perfect. This is awesome. Good. Thank you for the assist there.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna stash some of these just in case I want them for later. I'm stashing the oranges because you never know.
I only the ones with the orange writing in there.
Yeah, because you told me that you need to hang on to those because they help you out some.
You never know when you're gonna need them.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, this one doesn't have orange in there. I'm gonna get rid of that one. I'm learning. That one has orange.
So
Orange.
you actually drank some of Ashley's nastiness.
Oh, I needed it. I felt terrible. She fixed
Did you
it.
feel better after that crappy wheatgrass though?
Felt so much better.
Really?
Yep. I know. It's hard to believe. Hard to believe.
I know.
But I felt a lot better.
I'm still ruining the day I got Ashley that coconut book for her birthday.
You're screwed. We all knew, but you didn't.
Oh, I do.
You weren't sure.
No, I knew. Oh, I do.
Awesome. This has been fun. I'm glad we could hang out and do this for a little while.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun interviewing you about Dragon Con. Man, I wish I would have been able to go. I really
you would have. Yeah, I don't know. You probably would have enjoyed it to a degree.
I would have.
You would have had a good time.
I'm telling Ashley, or I can't even remember who I was telling this. It wasn't so much that I was looking forward to seeing an individual.
Yeah.
I was looking forward to seeing the craziness of Dragon Con.
Yeah.
I was looking forward to being drug around that place by the two of you and go, oh, look at this. Oh, look at this. Oh, look at this. And I would have been like, oh, that's so cool. Oh, that's really what I was.
Oh, yeah. It was going to be good.
And it's sad that, the experience I had was building and hammering and
eating handfuls of salt.
Eating handfuls of salt and arguing with Doc over measurements. And
You had fun. I know you had a good time.
We had a good time, but it was exhausting. It really was. And I think Doc got a little worn out too.
For sure.
He likes to do that kind of stuff though.
Yeah, that's his thing. Hey, Leo Kage, you tuned in just in time for us to turn the stream off.
Leo Kage!
But never fear, we'll be back on Thursday.
Yes,
at
and
9.
the coconut book is not bae. The coconut book is awful.
I want to punch everybody that says something is bae.
I mean, Ashley's sitting right over here. I'm not going to punch her.
Go punch her in the shoulder for me.
I will not.
No, I'd get upset if you punched her. I'm allowed to punch her in the shoulder.
You are.
Yeah.
You are. I will never do that. Sorry, dude.
Well, good. I'm actually proud to hear you say that.
Okay. Well, not only because I would never feel right about myself ever again, but also because I'd probably get my ass kicked, and not by you, by her.
That's a true statement. That is a true statement.
Them guns. Look at them guns.
Look at them guns. She hurt somebody.
I'm telling you.
Well, man, this has been enjoyable. This has been fun. I have had a wonderful time. I'm glad we did this again today. Hopefully I can get that Greater Rift done before the season ends.
Oh, yeah. Next week, we'll do it.
Yeah. Well, I'll try to do it between next week because I got to do it solo.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you do. What you could do next week is we can just, like every week almost, you usually get on for the first 10 minutes, and then we eventually will show up and...
Yeah. I could run it. I could run it by myself, stream that, and see how I do.
For the first 10 minutes that you're streaming, because you know that Dress and I won't be there.
Yep. Faux show.
All right, man. It's been fun.
It's been fun. Thursday night, 9 p.m. Tune in for Horseshoes and Hand Grenades. We are now also doing, hopefully, daily content on Anchor, anchor.fm/2dorks. or you just search Two Dorks on the Anchor app on iOS and Android, so you can get our content every day. It's like we're doing like geek culture stuff. Ashley's doing book stuff. I'm doing
the poetry thing that she
the poetry
did the other
thing.
day was
Knocked it out of the
funny.
park.
Oh wow, it was
Perfect. Motivation Mondays based on the actions of fictional characters. We're trying to load that station up with stuff. So tune into it. You can do call-ins directly from the app. Let us know how we're doing, and we can call you directly from the app and say thanks, which is kind of awesome. So a whole lot of things going on there. If you haven't heard of Anchor, go look it up.
And one more thing I'd like to plug here.
Yeah.
If you have a question that is burning at you, eating away at you regarding something sexual, and you need to know the answer, ask the sex wizard.
Ask the sex wizard, and you shall.
So send us an email at, what is it, H&H?
H&Hshow@gmail.com.
H&Hshow@gmail.com. Send us your burning sex questions, and I'm not talking about like the gonorrhea burn. I'm talking about the sex questions that you have in your head, and the Swizzard may or may not answer them.
It all depends on whether they make it through the Steven filter.
Whether they make it through the Steven filter.
I've got to send it through standards and practices.
Leo, you missed. Oh no, Leo was here. We should have never asked that question when Leo's here.
Nope. This standards and practices.
How about this? We'll see what comes through the pike, and if Steven goes
H&Hshow@gmail.com. I have agreed to a beta test. We'll see how it goes. You guys are wonderful. We'll see you next time. Bye.